So you started with this. Yes. This is like where you had a.
We didn't start from here.
Yeah. Wasn't that, someone can say, wasn't that small?
2,500 birds. We started them from here. Only here.
Only here?
Yes. We started them from here. Then we went on increasing the space as the birds grow. Yes.
Okay. So someone, you were telling me some time back that the lights must be lower. Can you explain all this? Because I'm seeing all the wiring. Someone might say, you know how people want, they want beautiful things. They forget that something. Sometimes you don't have to be beautiful. Why the lights are this short?
At this age, when the birds are 8.5 weeks, we don't need any more lights. Because if you continue with the light now, the birds are going to grow fast and start laying at a low, at a substandard age.
Oh.
Yes. And when birds lay at substandard age, they start getting problems of prolapse. The bird is laying, but the intestine is coming out. As the intestine comes out, others start pecking on the intestine, and the bird dies. That is cannibalism.
What would be the best age for you to put the lights up or remove them?
So during grower stage, when the birds reach 8 weeks, we now start switching off the lights.
At night?
At night. Yes, we only give them 12 hours of daylight from 8 weeks until 17 weeks. Then from 17 weeks and beyond, that's when we start switching on the lights back, because the birds are now prepared to start laying. We get the first egg at 18 weeks.
18 weeks.
Yeah.
I think I'm food. This is something that is, they always, what are they called?
They try to peck
on yes,
that is new to them.
Oh.
Yes. So they have that pecking behavior.
So they thought I was a Mzungu.
No.
Hey.
Okay, so now, when the birds start laying, we introduce the lights again. We give them 16 hours of light, at least 14 to 16 hours during the laying phase.
Of light.
Meaning even at night, you're supposed to switch off lights for 4 hours at night.
So that means if you're a lazy person, you have to wake up at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. and switch on the light. Or leave the light and switch it off at 11.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Before you go to bed.
Yes.
I think do farmers, because that is something new to me. When, like I told you, as a poultry farmer, I learned on the job. I never went through any classes. Like the information you're giving me, I'm actually learning from you. And I didn't know that such has to happen. And so other farmers or aspiring farmers out there, that they do not know those small details.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I visit other farms and also consult vets on such issues before starting up a poultry farm. Because I give you an example. One farmer started switching off lights in his house, as we always encourage them at 8 weeks, but he lost about 100 birds in one night. Why? These birds got attracted to an outside light, an outside source of light. I think it was a security light. After switching off light from inside, he forgot to switch off the security light. So the birds got attracted to the other light, and
they would squeeze themselves in one space.
Themselves in one space, and they died. So about 100 birds in one night.
They died.
They died.
And he didn't know the reason to why until probably he consulted you.
Bw'obeera omulunzi, bw'oba oyagala okubeera omulunzi omutuufu, wekebeze pressure, ebeere ennomo, ne sugar levels zibeere ennomo.
Otherwise bakusanga nga wafudde.
Enkoko ziyinza okufaanana n'ogenderako.
Okay, so we are going to another project. We are going to another phase. We have been in the Enochi hatchery. Manya brooder. We've been in the brooder, and now we are going to another. Is it tugenda koza how many months?
The tugenda koza 5.5.
5.5 months. What age do birds start laying?
They start laying at 4.5 weeks. Those are 18 weeks.
18 weeks.
Yes.
4.5 months.
Yes.
But you know,
zitandika okubiika obulungi. Zibiika bulungi ku time eyo. Singa omulunzi abeera aziwadde emmere ennungi ne care ennungi. Zandigaana okutandika okubiika
at that age.
Singa obeera olunda bubi.
Okay. still about the poultry project, like you had Mr. Charles explain to us that everything has to be in stages. We have been in the brooder where they are 2 months. Yes. Now we are here. These are for how many months?
These are 5.5.
These are 5.5 months. And oh wow, Nengas are heavy. These ones are heavy. They already started laying.
Yes.
They already started laying. There's something that you told me how to know that the bird has had enough food is by holding here, by touching here.
Yes. But wanga twagala okumanya nti enkoko yalidde. Tukebera wano ekisakiro kwatako bwoti.
Kino.
Yes. Massage ito owuliramu obuntu.
Yes. Nga obulo.
Ekitegeeza eridde emmere. Yes, awo kitegeeza nti enkoko namu bulungi yo nnungi yalidde. Naye enkoko etaalidde bw'ogikwatako wano ebeera terina mmere. Oluusi eyinza okuba nga erinamu mazzi gokka. So after 8 weeks enkoko bwe ziba zaakajja mu kiyumba tutandika with chick starter mash.
Chick starter mash.
Yes. When the birds are 8 weeks, then we change them to growers mash because they stop being chicks when they are 8 weeks.
They stop being babies feeding on baby milk.
Yes.
To now food.
Yes. So wezibanga ziwezezza weeks 8 nga tugamba kati you are growers, they are called pellets or pullets. Okay. So when they are pullets at 8 weeks nga tuzitandika ku growers mash, but you should know there is some kind of stress. Stress of change of feed. When you're changing from one feed to another, enkoko zifunamu stress. Gawafuna stress obotya.
Olwala era obeera nga tolina maanyi.
So bw'okyusa emmere from chick starter to growers mash, birds can start showing signs of disease like diarrhea. But how do you prevent stress from affecting the birds? You give them anti-stress vitamin like sangrovit. You mix sangrovit in their water.
He's eating the egg. Hey, why is he eating the egg? He's eating the egg.
No, you will not eat. Yes. You start giving them sangrovit in the water for at least 5 days. 2 days before change of feed and 5 days after change of feed, the birds are on sangrovit. They won't get that stress.
Yes. Okay.
Now when they lay, when they are on this growers mash, they'll eat the growers mash from week 8 until they lay 30%. 30% happens at about 5 weeks. Okay? Sorry, 5 months. When they lay up to 30%, that's between 30 to 50%, that's when we change them to layers mash.
Layers mash.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, these birds of ours are at about 40% performance. 40% of production. Now we change them to layers mash. Yes.
Okay. Now, someone was, you guys as you hear, he's trying to explain to us the details that you will need as a farmer. You might think that, oh, why is he wasting time? My dear, if you're a farmer, you need to learn all those details that you call small. Why is this hung?
If this feeder was sitting on the floor, it would have poured a lot of feed.
Yes.
Even the ammonia from the litter would have burnt the bottom, and the bottom gets out.
Yes.
So it is always better to hang this feeder up, such that the feed doesn't pour and the bottom of the feeder doesn't get
spoiled.
Yes.
Okay.
Spoiled.
Okay. So at what stage do you put these boxes?
These are called laying boxes.
Laying boxes.
Yes. We construct them when the birds are about 10 weeks. By 14 weeks, they should be inside. If you don't put them at about 14 weeks,
yes,
the birds will not get used to them.
Okay.
And if the birds are not getting used to them, they will start laying down.
Oh.
Yes, on the
so
floor.
you put the laying boxes at 14 weeks to
before.
train the birds before they lay.
Yes.
And there is a way God does his things. There's no one who tells them that you have to climb here and lay. So okay, now how do you the construction? Someone might say there are those who they are a bit covered, they are under. These seem open.
Yes, these seem open, but look where we have put them. It would have been a problem if we had put them somewhere where light can easily enter them.
Oh, so even placement or location of the placement.
the location of
the layer boxes.
Of the laying boxes.
It has to be in the darkness.
It should be in the darkness.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
But if we had put them where light strikes during the morning hours, then it would have caused the peking.
Oh, yes.
So they should be in the darkness.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how many laying boxes per 100 birds?
At least now when you look at this.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 8 birds.
These are 8 laying boxes.
Yes.
And each laying box is for 10 birds.
Hey.
Yes.
So when the other one is finishing, another one is getting down, and
these birds start laying at about 7 a.m. in the morning. Now when they start laying, it lays, gets out, and another one lays. By at least midday, you are sure that 70% of them have laid.
Have laid, yes. Oh wow.
Yeah. We make sure that we collect these eggs. We collect out the eggs. If you don't do that, the birds can crack them.
Yes. Yeah. Especially when he's pushing to put another one. Oh, yes. Okay. Let's move around, guys. You know, it is always to get all the details. You might think that you're small, but however small you are as a farmer, you need all these details. If you wanted to come into poultry farming, you must know these details. Kati, Manang, this is really like a good project. This take what? Zino zitaking at Pino Mwabija we biamas. Babikola. How much do you think doing next year? Hey. Nechidomola you whatever.
Babikola mu kisenyi.
Era genda mu kisenyi ne kato ya true. Bino magezi gaffe g'Abaganda.